Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to dive into the world of Aravind Adiga's The White Tiger. This novel, which won the Man Booker Prize in 2008, is an unflinching look at India's underbelly and the struggles of its lower caste. Aravind Adiga is an Indian writer and journalist who was born in Madras on 23rd October 1974. His debut novel, The White Tiger, was published in 2008 and won the Man Booker Prize for fiction. The novel studies the contrast between India's rise as a modern global economy and the fascinating success story about the overnight rise of one character from rags to riches. Adiga's other works include Between the Assassinations, which was published in 2009, Last Man in Tower, which was published in the UK in 2011, Selection Day, which was published on 8 September 2016, Amnesty, which was published in 2020 and was shortlisted for the 2021 Miles Franklin Award. The entire novel is narrated through letters by Balram to the Premier of China who will soon be visiting India. Balram is an Indian man from an impoverished background who was born in the village of Lakshmangarh. He narrates his story as he transcends from his humble beginnings to become a successful entrepreneur in Bangalore. Balram was raised in a large, poor family from the Halbai caste, a caste that indicates sweet makers. The village is dominated and oppressed by the four animals, which is the four landlords known as the wild boar, stork, buffalo, and the raven. Balram's father is a struggling rickshaw driver and his mother died when he was young. The alpha figure of his family is his grandmother, Kusum. Balram was initially referred to simply as Munna, meaning boy, since his family had not bothered to name him. He proved himself to be intelligent and talented and was praised one day as a rare white tiger by a visiting school inspector. Unfortunately, Balram was removed from school after a few years to work in a tea shop with his brother Kishan. There, he furthered his education by eavesdropping on the conversations of shop customers. Balram feels that there are two Indias, the impoverished darkness of the rural inner continent and the light of urban coastal India, a mechanism that he called the rooster coop, a metaphor for describing the oppression of India's poor. Just as the roosters in a coop at the market watch themselves get slaughtered one by one, unable or unwilling to break out of the cage, Balram too is portrayed as being trapped in the metaphorical rooster coop, wherein his family controls what he does and society dictates how he acts. Balram's father died from tuberculosis in a village hospital, where no doctors were present due to the corruption within all the government institutions in the darkness. After his father's death, Kishan got married and moved with Balram to the city of Dhanbad. Balram was hired by the stork as a chauffeur for his sons, Mukesh, known as the Mongoose, and Mr. Ashok. Officially, Balram was a second driver driving the Maruti Suzuki, while another servant, Ram Prasad, drove the more desirable Honda City. Balram describes at length the corrupt nature of politics in the darkness. A politician known as the Great Socialist controls the darkness through election fraud. The stork's family was involved in shady business dealings in the coal industry and had to regularly bribe the Great Socialist to ensure their success. As part of these political maneuverings, Ashok and Pinky Madam made plans to go to Delhi for 3 months. When Balram learned that only one driver would be bought with them, he spied on Ram to discover that he was secretly a Muslim who had lied about his identity to gain employment. Once his secret was out, Ram was fired and Balram was brought to Delhi as the driver of the Honda City. Ashok and Pinky rented an apartment at Gurgaon while Balram lived in the servants' quarters in the basement of the building, in a room which was swarming with cockroaches. After a while, the mongoose returned to Dhanbad, leaving Ashok as Balram's sole master in Delhi. One night, a drunk Pinky insisted on driving the car, and she accidentally killed a child in a hit and run. The next morning, the mongoose arrived and announced that Balram would confess to the crime and serve jail time on Pinky's behalf. Balram was terrified by the prospect of going to jail, but was relieved when the stock arrived and mentioned that they had gotten out of the incident through their police connections. During this time, Balram's political consciousness grows more intense and his resentment towards the upper class more violent. Much of the novel traces his growth from a meek peasant to an individual capable of murder in pursuit of his own success. A few days later, Pinky asked Balram to drive her to the airport. With this abrupt departure, she ended her marriage to Ashok. Meanwhile, on his family's behalf, Ashok frequently collected large sums of money in a red bag, using it to bribe government ministers. Balram's family sent a young male relative, Dharam, for Balram to care for. One day, Balram took Dharam to the zoo, where Balram observed a white tiger in a cage. Finally deciding to break free of the rooster coop, Balram kills Ashok by stabbing him with a broken bottle and steals the large bribe that Ashok was carrying with him. Balram moves to Bangalore, where he bribes the police in order to help start his own taxi business. In revenge for his actions, the Stock family likely murdered all of Balram's family, though Balram remains unsure of their exact fate. At the end of the novel, Balram rationalizes his actions and considers that his freedom is worth the lives of his family and of Ashok. In conclusion, The White Tiger is a deeply moving and thought-provoking novel that offers a powerful insight into the complex issues facing modern-day India. Balram's journey is both inspiring and heartbreaking, and Adiga's evocative prose brings his story to life in vivid detail. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. We will be discussing the characters and themes in detail in our next video. Till then, stay tuned and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.